My name is David Lemma, last name Lemma. I'm the Associate Director of Operations for University of Maryland Financial Aid Office.
Okay.
I've been in the office for almost 5 years.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with financial aid as an undergraduate student?
Undergraduate students, when I moved to the U.S. almost 16 years ago, it was all new to me, applying for financial aid, getting financial aid, even the term financial aid, how to pay for college, it was absolutely new to me. So it took me a long time to get used to the whole process, how to apply for financial aid, how to seek help, because it's all new to me. I didn't know exactly what kind of questions I should ask the financial aid office, what's the best practice for me to get the most maximum financial aid, and who will be the best person to ask help if I have any questions or concerns about financial aid, tax forms, whether it's the cost of attendance, whether it's tuition and fees or book expenses, was absolutely new to me. And it took me a long time and a lot of struggles to find the exact words and courage to go and start asking questions. How can I get help in terms of getting my tuition and fees covered on time? How can I apply and benefit from the federal, state, and institutional aid program? Those all were a challenge to me, initially when I started as an undergraduate student.
And so, thinking about African American male students here at the University of Maryland, do you think that they might experience similar challenges?
I absolutely agree. They experience the same challenges in terms of not knowing the terms. Students may have a little bit of reservation in terms of asking the right questions. They may feel awkward because this is a new term to them or new area, asking the right questions. Probably may be a challenge to a lot of African American male students or first generation students, as a matter of fact. So it may take as a student a little bit of encouragement or some kind of outreach for the student to come in and start asking questions related to financial aid or any financial aid matters, as a matter of fact.
If you were talking to an African American male student about how to engage the Office of Financial Aid, what types of, what would you suggest that he do?
I want them to know there's no wrong question in the financial aid office. We are all new to the financial aid area. I think my director at some point mentioned to me, we all experience financial issues, whether it's financial aid or covering your tuition and fees or covering your gas to get to school. We all experience some sort of financial issues. Just asking asking the right question. I don't think there is a phrase which is called "ask the right question" in terms of a subject matter you don't even know. All you have to do is start the conversation, and we as a professional in the financial aid office or any other office will start to fill the gaps. So what we require from a student, or what we're asking from a student, is that first contact. So if you're concerned about your financial aid, or if you're concerned about your financial matters outside college or beyond college, start that first conversation. We are the experts, so we can fill in the gaps after you start that conversation.
And how do students start the conversation?
Most of our students start the conversation in this electronic age via email. Some call us. But if your student is comfortable talking to us face-to-face, we're happy to help. From my personal experience, I can tell you I was very uncomfortable in terms of using emails or phone calls to get my answers answered. So I felt more comfortable going to an office and talking to people face-to-face and getting an answer. And seeing that emotional reaction was much more comfort to me. So if a student, any student, especially if an African-American male student feels comfortable talking to a financial aid counselor or an advisor face-to-face, we encourage them highly to come in and talk to us face-to-face. We'll be happy to help filling that gap, direct them in the right direction, and point some of the resources they can use to make a better decision, an informed decision.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like making the connection with students is really important. The next question I want to ask you is, if you were to give students the single most important piece of advice for being able to succeed around financial aid, what would that be?
Ask help early. Absolutely, that is from my experience. Ask help, or if you have any questions and concerns you're thinking about by yourself, come to the expert. We're here as an expert here, and start that conversation early.
What does early mean?
Early means don't wait until for financial aid purposes, don't wait until you get a second or third notice in terms of your outstanding bills. Come in and say, you know, I have this outstanding bill, what should I do? Can you direct me in the right directions? What's my options? What can I do to cover my expenses? If you're thinking about your future plan, if you're concerned about credit card debt or anything like that, if you're thinking about setting up a personal budget or covering your book or your living expenses, come to us the first day you're thinking about it if you can. We can direct you in the right area. We can pinpoint resources. We have state, federal, and institutional resources we can point you to. So it would be a good idea to start the conversation early when you think about it. Don't wait until you get third and fourth notice about your bill, or don't wait until you can't make it to school because you can't afford gas. So if you're thinking about, you know, I will have financial issues 4 weeks from now or a month from now, start the conversation now and come in and talk to us.